Hello,
Our today
fans.
news is
Welcome to
Tottenham
Man
boss
Utd
Ange
Transfer
Postecoglou
HQ.
sends
Stay
warning to
updated
Ruben
with the
Amorim
latest
ahead of
transfer
Man
gossip and
United
breaking
clash.
news.
Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham have lost 5 of their last 8 games, but the Spurs boss has a warning for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United ahead of their Premier League clash on Sunday. Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou expects to have a much stronger squad available to him when his refreshed side face Manchester United on Sunday. Spurs have been dealing with an injury crisis over the past 2.5 months, coinciding with their dreadful form. Tottenham were without 11 senior players as they were dumped out of the FA Cup at the weekend by Aston Villa, putting more pressure on Postecoglou's position. In the Premier League, Spurs are down in 14th, 1 place and 2 points behind United, who appointed Ruben Amorim in November after sacking Erik ten Hag. But Postecoglou has reasons for optimism ahead of United's visit to North London. For the first time in 2025, Tottenham don't have a midweek fixture, giving their players a much-needed rest and more time for Postecoglou to work with them on the training ground. Not only that, 3 of his defenders, Mickey van de Ven, Christian Romero, and Destiny Udogie, are set to return to training. Outlining his plan for the week, Postecoglou explained, "I'm just going to keep working like I have. We've got to give them some time off in the early part of the week. The boys who are coming back, we have got an opportunity to give them a full week of training, which is great. Come Tuesday, we should have 3 or 4 who have been missing. We can give them a full week of training rather than just throwing them in. By the time we get to the end of the week, we will have something resembling a squad of players to prepare for a big game. That folds into the following week because, again, we have got 7 days to prepare for the next game. That gives us a good opportunity to get some work into the guys who have been out for a while and give some rest of the guys who have been going at it. By the time we get back to Europe and midweek games, we will be in much better shape." Center-back duo Van de Ven and Romero and left-back Udogie would all be in Postecoglou's first-choice 11, but the trio haven't played together since Spurs' 4-3 defeat to Chelsea on December 8th. Before then, Romero hadn't played for a month and Van de Ven had been out since October. Neither of the pair completed 90 minutes that day, so Postecoglou will be mindful of rushing them back against Amorim's United. Don't miss out on all the latest updates. Subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our second news is Jadon Sancho enrages Man United fans with just one word on Marcus Rashford's Instagram post. Marcus Rashford joined Aston Villa on loan in the transfer window and made his debut in the FA Cup on Sunday, receiving a message from ex-Manchester United teammate Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho has left Manchester United fans fuming after suggesting that Marcus Rashford had been set free following his move to Aston Villa. Sancho, who's still under contract at United but is currently on loan at Chelsea, commented on Rashford's Instagram post following his debut for Villa, who he's joined until the end of the season. The forward came on in the second half of Sunday's 2-1 win against Tottenham in the FA Cup 4th round. It was his first appearance since December 12th, having been cast aside by United manager Ruben Amorim. Despite the long spell on the sidelines, Rashford looked bright in his 30-minute cameo, after which he took to social media. "Thank you for the warm welcome," Rashford wrote on Instagram. "Great team performance." In the replies, Sancho posted, "Freedom." His comment had garnered over 7,000 likes, but United fans aren't happy. "This is so embarrassing and unprofessional from Sancho," one supporter posted. "Genuinely one of the worst footballers to ever play for us. Has the worst mentality and attitude I've ever seen. Pathetic, isn't it?" Another United fan wrote. "The audacity to say something like that on a public forum. They're both still technically paid by us." Even a Chelsea supporter asked, "Can we return Sancho before he influences Cole Palmer? Will Marcus Rashford revive his career at Aston Villa?" Give us your prediction in the comments section. Rashford will be hoping to fare better with Villa than Sancho has done at Chelsea. The winger, who was also loaned out last season to ex-club Borussia Dortmund, has only provided 1 goal assist in his last 11 games and started Chelsea's loss to Brighton on Saturday. Villa boss Unai Emery, on the other hand, was pleased with how Rashford and fellow new signing Marco Asensio fared after coming off the bench against Tottenham. "Marcus Rashford and Asensio, we watched their skill and how they helped us and will help us again in the next months in the different competitions we will face," Emery said. "We are in a new way after the changes we did. We are demanding because we still need to improve due to some tactical issues and how we want to compete in the Premier League." Teammate Morgan Rogers, the standout player in Villa's win, added of Rashford and Sancho's high-profile arrivals. It pushes us along. We want to take what we can from the experienced players in the squad. It's massive to have people like that in the building, and hopefully we can just push each other. Don't miss out on all the latest updates. Subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our third news is FA Cup VAR stance decided after Harry Maguire's controversial winning goal for Man United. The big debate. There was no VAR in the FA Cup fourth round at the weekend, but did that lead to a better football watching experience? We asked our team what they think. A huge shock, some mighty scares, and some memorable moments. The FA Cup had it all over the weekend, but it didn't have video assistant referees. The FA's decision to leave technology out of the tournament up until the fifth round ended up costing Leicester City after Harry Maguire's clearly offside winner for Manchester United was allowed to stand, while fans of Birmingham and Chelsea were also left cursing the lack of a second look at decisions. Overall, though, what did you make of the lack of VAR at the matches? Our reporters were out and about across the country over the weekend, and here's what they thought. You cannot turn back the clock and disinvent VAR. And this weekend's FA Cup ties showed that, on balance, technology is better for the game because you are more likely to get the correct decisions despite the annoying delays. Even after Harry Maguire's offside winner against Leicester, Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim admitted, with VAR it was not a goal, and I think it's important to have because it's fair for the game. The FA's decision not to deploy VAR until the fifth round because it ensures that there is a consistent refereeing approach for all clubs is wrong. It just means there are consistent mistakes across all matches which can be avoided. This weekend of FA Cup action was a vision of a future without VAR where TV fans and pundits have a better chance of making the correct decision than the officials. What is needed is the faster semi-automated offside VAR which will finally be introduced into the Premier League next season. It already happens in Serie A and La Liga and was used by FIFA at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. We were back to a life with no VAR at the weekend. It felt like a throwback as games were allowed to flow. The referee's decision was final, and there was no pause with players, fans, and managers left wondering whether their celebrations were about to be cut short. There's two schools of thought. One camp says football comes with ups and downs, things don't always go for you. Others say, in 2025, with the technology at our disposal, how are we getting decisions wrong? For me, whilst VAR can drive us all crazy, it is unforgivable for Harry Maguire's winning goal on Friday night to stand. He and several of his United teammates were so clearly offside. Yes, ideally we'd like our game to flow better, and we're still questioning sometimes how they can take so long to arrive at a decision, but seeing Leicester lose out felt wrong. Don't miss out on all the latest updates. Subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our last news is Ruben Amorim sticks to his word as Man United step-up chase for £50 million star. Ruben Amorim claimed he wouldn't sign his former Sporting Lisbon players in January and stuck to his word, but is now eyeing a raid on the Portuguese champions come the summer. Ruben Amorim stuck to his word by not raiding Sporting Lisbon in January, but the Manchester United boss is plotting moves to land some of his former players in the summer. The Portuguese manager made the switch late in 2024 following several incredible years in the capital, winning numerous honors. Amorim had built an impressive squad and, after his move to Manchester was confirmed, there were inevitable links with some of his trusted individuals. The Premier League side have now reportedly sent scouts to watch Sporting star Giovanni Quinda ahead of a potential move in a matter of months. Record claimed that United were present to watch Quinda for Sporting's clash against Porto on Friday. Reports previously claimed that United had agreed a £50 million deal with the Portuguese side to land Quinda, but nothing has been officially confirmed. Amorim claimed in his final days as Sporting boss that he wouldn't return in the new year to steal all their top talents, something he stood by. In January, I'm not going to get anyone from Sporting, he said. That's what I said in the summer, and I don't know what I'm going to do. The main point is to hold on until the summer. Second point, you can see that Sporting players are great players. Let's see what will happen. His current target, Quinda, was in Benfica's youth academy before he joined Sporting in 2019 at the age of 13. He became the youngest player ever to represent Sporting's reserve team at the age of 16. Amorim told Sporting TV in July. He's very talented, very mature, and understands the game like an adult. He obviously has a lot to improve on, but I think he had an excellent game and we have a player there. Another Man United are heavily linked with is Viktor Gyökeres, who has become one of Europe's most prolific frontmen. The Swede was signed by Amorim after impressing in the championship with Coventry City and last term scored 43 times. Gyökeres has continued to be prolific and a number of Europe's top clubs are circling. His relationship with Amorim could prove advantageous for the Manchester outfit, who are in need of a goalscorer. There have been reports of Sporting seeking around £60 million for the frontman. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing. What are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.